Thank you to everyone who's come back to check out my channel. I want to say like, subscribe, and share. I am UNI Gaming. Let's jump right on into it. All right, everybody. This is my family: Bridget, Zion, Kanaya, and my cat in the back, Brownie. So, let's get into this new day. Week 3. Let's do it. Bill passed. Criminals who are not mentally well will be sent for treatment instead of punishment. Okay. Cool with me. Week 3, case 2. All right, let's get in here and see what this is all about. These are fairly easy. So, give me a second. I knock this out. All right, let's see what we got. The bench is damaged by the defendant. Sharp objects were located in his pocket. All right, let's see what we got. Owen Blackridge, 20, male, no criminal record. Got his right mind. Willful damage to public property. In recent weeks, numerous complaints have been received about dents and scratches appearing on newly installed benches by the Harrowfield municipality. Municipal teams investigated the situation, replaced the bench with a new one to prevent further damage, and deployed a covert observation in the area. Okay. Sounds like they're trying to combat the issue. The following day, around noon, Owen sat on the new bench and shortly afterward took a sharp object from his pocket and began scraping the surface. So you did it. At this point, the cops intervened and took the individual into custody. Owen, I should say that I've been doing this for years without realizing it. When I'm stressed, my hand always goes into my pocket and I fidget with the small knife-like object. Over time, the habit got out of control. I knew I was damaging benches, but I truly never thought it was a crime. It was a simple impulse. I couldn't even stop myself from acting on it. How you don't think that's a crime? Anywho, so let's see. Let's find this real quick. Let's see. What was that crime again? It was willful damage to public property. All right. Not in here. Let's see. There we go. 12 months. Public service aggravated. 24 months with 3,000 fine. Like I said, no criminal record, so you're not aggravated, but you aggravated me, so let go. Owen, I hereby sentence you to 12 months public service. Get out of here. So that's 4 and 3. All right, here's my wife, Shonda, my son, Zebo, my daughter, Chiquita, and my cat, Brownie. At the end of the day. Week 3, case 3. All right. The music production company Soundworks alleges that Audio committed copyright infringement by using the rhythm bass of their composition without permission. The defendant and the plaintiff, there is one digital evidence for this case. Okay. Soundworks announced to the public a new single they had worked on for about a month. 48 hours after the track was released, Audio announced a new music project. Fans of both companies noticed similarities in the instrumental backing, and debates began on social media. Following this, Soundworks stated that the rhythmic arrangements, harmonic structures, and sound design were copied one to one. Therefore, audio is being asked to pay 5 million USD in copyright damage. I mean, I guess that means something in the music business. Soundworks, my clients worked on this track for weeks, try hundreds of mixed variation, and ultimately brought the work to the original point. However, in the track audio release shortly after, it is understood that Arilla's characteristic instrumental foundation was used almost identically. Complaint is not similarity, it is an unauthorized copy of my client's labor. We demand compensation. Intertone audio, we do not believe the similarities that emerge constitute intentional copying. In modern electronic music, similar rhythmic structures and sound design are frequently seen. The audio engineers within my client audio use a backing track they created from scratch entirely in their own studios. Similar drums and synth patterns can be heard across dozens of companies in this market. For this reason, we find the claim of copyright infringement unfounded. All right, let's listen. Y'all ready? Here we go. Here's the other track. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't hear the similarities. I kind of hear a little, a little bit, but I wouldn't say enough to hit someone with copyright infringement. Not at all. No, I think it reaches a little bit here. And that's it. Okay. So, can't ask nobody questions. I can only listen to the audio. Well, let's do it. If that's what y'all got, let's do it. Sure. I guess we go back and check what they asking real quick. They just want 5 million. So let's see. Audio was found guilty in order to pay 5 million in compensation. Audio was found not guilty and was decided that the compensation needed to be paid. And it was decided that no compensation needed to be paid. That's the one. Let's see. You got mail. As a result of the decisions you made in the cases, we decided to raise your salary to $800 this week. All right. Good money, good money. That's 3 and 4. So, yeah, you got some money coming to us. 300 balance. I say, give me my money. Give me my money. Yay. Oh, as soon as I get 500 in my pocket, here comes G-Joe, my money. 300 for some new clothes. I got you, my boy. Even though those shirts look plain, but okay. Must be some Louis Vuitton. There's my wife, Tina, my daughter, Christina, Brownie, and Georgino. Week 4, case 1. The compensation lawsuit filed by Joe Miller against Sony for a Sunny software digital company. Plaintiff Joe Miller states that his 14-year-old daughter, Ellie Miller, began showing severe symptoms of depression shortly after playing the video game None of Us Two by Sunny, and later lost her life as a result of suicide attempt. Plaintiff Miller claims that the game company is primarily responsible for his daughter's death and is seeking $1 million in more damages. Hospital report. Ellie Miller, major depression. So, all right. Additionally, they are requesting that the sale and distribution of the game be halted. Representing the defendant company attorney Alistair Rowe is present at the hearing. It's after my daughter started playing this game, she completely withdrew, only the gloomy melodies of the game music came from under her bedroom door. She wouldn't eat and couldn't sleep at night. After a while, she began acting as if she wasn't herself anymore at home. When we took her to the hospital, she was diagnosed with major depression. 2 weeks later, her mother found her in her bed with pill boxes. We learned from the doctors that it was already too late. Our company does not accept such allegations regarding our product. Before release, our game was clearly marked with an age restriction of 18. The plaintiff's daughter does not meet those requirements. The real fault lies in providing the game to a child despite the age restriction. Furthermore, there is no evidence that our game caused this illness. Okay. But that's why we have age restrictions. So let's ask a question. Miller, your daughter did not meet the game's age restriction. Why did you not prevent her from playing? Your Honor, when the game was released, my daughter begged me for days to buy it. She said, "Dad, everyone is playing it. I'm falling behind." As her father, I could not say no, but no one could have imagined their child would be dragged in such darkness. Mr. Rowe, what is your defense? Well, Your Honor, we are aware that the continuation of the series is somewhat emotional. For that reason, we released the game. It's 18 and above. I mean, that makes sense. This is not a game suitable for everyone, but we are encountering such a case for the first time. I mean, you made a good point. I mean, if she wasn't 18, she should not have been playing. Now, would that have changed things out? You know, who knows? It was decided that the family would be awarded $1 million in compensation and the game would be removed from sale. No compensation for the family and removal of the game from sale. The rejection of the family compensation claim and the game remaining on sale. So that's what I'm going to choose. I mean, they should be watching their child a little bit better. I mean, it's like Grand Theft Auto when it came out. Definitely not a kid's game. But trust me, when it came out, I played it. Say hey to my wife, Suzanne, my son Brian, and my daughter Felicia. And y'all all know who's that in the back. Brownie. Big operation. Members of the cartel were caught smuggling drugs across the border. Okay. Week 4, case 2. All right, let's read this. We are offering you $500 to release Jarrett and Marcus. This money will make your job easier and ensure that you are not influenced by the decision you make. So, offer a bribe. I'm good. Give me a second. Knock this out. And you know, cause your boy, he got those smarts. He real smart. Or I can look at the pattern over there to the right. Anywho, so let's see what we got. Overseas after the operation, 8 kilograms of lysergic, 9 liters of gamma, 25 kilograms of cocaine, and 2 submachine guns. That was about that life. It was about it. We got Jared Alderson, 36, criminal record. He's in his right mind. Charges drug trafficking, taking part in organized criminal activities. Near midnight, a special preparation hitting, a specially prepared hidden compartment was detected in the rear section of a van that was stopped for a routine traffic check. Okay. Upon examining the identities of the two individuals in the vehicle, it was determined that both were connected to the cartel. Jared, the way this was organized was not ours. Someone within the cartel must have made a deal with the police. They put us forward as bait. The ones who sent us here wanted us to get caught. I don't know if we talk if we're punished, but I'm sure the mafia is involved in this. Mike, the shipment was not normal. There were supposed mafia connections who said they would clear the way. They sat at the same table with us and gave guarantees. Clearly, a higher offer was made to the other side. They sold us out and increased their ownership. I don't know who made a deal with the police, but someone deliberately set us up. They will pay for it. They will pay for it. Okay. And here's Marcus Byron, 30. Okay. Let's see what we got. Look at that. He got a criminal record. He's in his right mind. So let's find crimes real quick. I just want to see something. Nope. Organized crimes. Okay, taking part. 16 years, aggravated 24. So that's 24 right there. And let's go. Let's go right here and drug trafficking. Aggravated 24, 750,000 fine. So that's 48 and 750 if convicted. I mean, it's nothing to talk about. I mean, everything is right there, face to face. That you guys were caught smuggling drugs. What more can I ask for, and what more can I look for? So, just make sure I got everything right. I mean, I'm not even asking. I'm just gonna hit you up. Guilty. No. There's that fine of 750,000 and your jail time of 48. So 24 is 48. And you, my boy, Marcus, sorry. But I think you gets the same. You get time. You get time. You get time. Pay that fine. Pay that fine. So it's 3 and 3. Honey, I'm home. How you doing, Selena? How you doing, Travis? How you doing, Brady? See you back there, Brownie. So let me. What should I do? Should I go out or should I go to bed? Should I go out or should I go to bed? Should I go out or should I go to bed? Bed. Week 4, case 3. All right. That's gonna be a jiffy. Up. So gotcha. I never understood that there's no rhyme or reason for this one. It just click until you find the right one. So let's try this up top left. There we go. So it's gonna be Hey. Can you step out in the hall? Decon. Evidence. Amount $200 to Lena Winter. Phone call. Theo, hey. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Theo, hey. Hi. Lena. Hey, baby. Theo, what is your fee? Lena, 200 per hour, 500 per night. Which do you want? Okay. So she's selling ass. An hour, please. How do I make this? Transfer it to my account. I'm going to the bank account. I'm going to send you. All right. Waiting for the account information. So Lena Winter, 32, female, no criminal record. She is in her right mind. Theo called a phone number listed in an online advertisement. Assumed the person on the other end was a sex worker and offered a paid sexual encounter. So this is a fraud one. During the phone call, Lena requested a specific fee. Send the money. After Markel paid the fee, he received no response from the other side and realized that the number had blocked him. He reported the situation to the police and filed a complaint. Following the complaint, Lena was identified and detained at her residence. Really? You called the police? I've been living alone for about 3 years. I haven't been close to anyone for a long time, and it started to wear on me psychologically. While browsing online, I came across a phone number. The profile clearly implied that the services were being offered. When I called, a woman told me her rates. I asked for payment via. She asked for payment via bank transfer. I immediately sent 200. After I sent the receipt, she stopped reading my messages. That sounds like she got a one. You sound a little like she got you. A few minutes later, I realized the number had blocked me. It's not about the money. I couldn't stomach being made a fool. Oh, you're a fool. That's why I filed a complaint. I'm not a sex worker. If I were, I wouldn't hide it. When my phone rang, a man I didn't know directly asked my rate. And in that moment, I thought it was a joke or someone trolling. So I got angry and said 200 for an hour. Minutes later, when I saw that money actually came into my account, I didn't understand what was happening. I blocked the number because it scared me. My intentions was not to scam anyone, and I didn't force anyone to send money. Okay, but you could have said you got the wrong number. Who you? I mean, you could have been like, who this? New phone. Something. Stop acting all like you new to the game. So, charge is fraud. Where are you at fraud? Where you at fraud? Financial crimes. Crimes investigation. Nope. There we go. Theft crimes. 4 years jail. Aggravated 10 years jail. Damn, for fraud you get 4 years. When you answer the phone, why didn't you introduce yourself and say it was a misunderstanding? At first, I thought it was a malicious prank. I didn't take it seriously. Why didn't you try to return the money that came to you? Why should I return it when some idiot sent it? That's the attitude to have in court. Ain't got nothing to think about. You going to jail. And 4 years for your stupid ass. Sorry about that. Great decisions this week. They are going to pay me 900. Yay. So we got 5 and 4. So I got 200 in my pocket. And I'm about to get another 400. Give me my money. Yeah, give me my money. Fun fact, my real life kids and wife, they tricked me with that. Give me my money. I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. So we're gonna get us a whiskey this evening. Yeah, that's our set, $30. Just enough to relax, unwind, stressful week. Should I go to the casino? Yeah, let's go bet. See if we can make a little money. So we're gonna try this. 10 on orange, 10 on cherry, 10 on watermelon. Crazy thing is that I just sit that spin. Why would I put 10 on every last one? I can only win on one. But anywho, let's see what we get. Times 2. Yep, that was well, no, I could have won on the 50 times at the bottom watermelon, but hey, let's play blackjack. $50. 3 and 2. That is 12. Take a card. 15. Let's stay. 18. Let's do it again. Let's try it again. 7 and 3. 10. Take a card. 13. Give me one more. 17. So that's 3, 10, 20. Okay, let's add it to make it 60. Let's see if we can hit for 60 real quick. Jack. 9. Jack. I'm gonna stay. 24, your boy. Yeah, 120. That's a good one. Let's slow this down a little bit and put 20 up there. See what we can do. Yes, 21 blackjack. That's 60. 560. I'm out. I am going home. All right, guys. See y'all tomorrow. Week 5, case 1. There is digital evidence in this case. Okay. We got Samir Haddad, 29, no criminal record, and he's in his right mind. Human trafficking. The incident occurred after midnight during a routine check along the borderline. The patrol team signaled for a suspicious minibus, and it fled the scene. It was captured after a brief pursuit. During the inspection of the vehicle, it was observed that multiple migrants and undetermined nationality was being transported in criminal cramped conditions. Okay. It was Samir for smuggling. I knew how dangerous his job was, but I had been unemployed for a long time, and the burden of not being able to support my family never left my shoulders. In this economic crisis, I reached a point where I would do anything for money. I have 11 siblings. Have some compassion. So we're gonna go to smuggling and human trafficking. No, not that one. No, right there. There we go. Where we at? Human trafficking. 8 years for the least, 12 years for aggravated. In your statement, you say you did this to support your family. No, Your Honor, my family never knew that I was involved in this. They only knew that I was in a difficult situation. Why didn't you look for a legal job? Good question. I tried. I applied for various jobs, but I wasn't accepted in most places due to lack of experience. So, how did you find a job? A friend told me that this kind of work was going around at the border. When I looked, I got in touch with a few people. A few people. So, you basically knew that it was against the law, and you come into court today and ask for me to turn a blind eye. I can't truly believe that is what you want. Because, my boy, 8 years. Go to jail. Let's see. We got 4. And we got 6. Just so you guys heard that 4, I'm from the country. All right. Here's my wife, Tali, my son, Telly, and my daughter, Talila. And of course, we got Brownie in the back. So, I guess off to bed. In the dark of the night, your sleep was interrupted by the sound of knocking on the door. Come to the door. Should I look out the peephole? I'm gonna look. What the? Oh, hell no. Call the police. All right, now it's getting a little creepy now. Week 5, case 2. Oh, man. The phone conversation between George Voss and Novacell. Novacell support line. This is Karen. I can help you. Your phone exploded in my hand. My face is covered in burns. I can't use my hand. But use their voice dial. We're sorry, but this is caused by user error. Please read the user manual for battery safety next time. I only use the charger you provided. What am I supposed to do? Our device do not explode for no reason. I won't be able to help you. Good day. Dang. I will sue you. Conversation is concluded. Dang, girl. Nasty. They call something they call Sprint. The compensation lawsuit filed by George Voss against the consumer electronics company Novacell. All right. The burnt battery of the Novacell brand phone. Approximately 3 months ago, George Voss purchased the newly released N15 Pro model mobile phone from Novacell. He stated that he charged the phone only with the adapter and cable that comes in the original box and did not use any other brand of equipment. On the day of the incident, while George was using the phone plugged into the charger, the device battery exploded violently, with fragments hitting his hand and face, causing physical injuries. After the explosion, burn marks appeared on his face, and material damage occurred in his home. Hey, that's the Galaxy Note on it. That's the new Note. All right. George, who applied to the Novacell Authority service, was turned away on the grounds of user error and was never dismissed and was even dismissed without any inspection, having the phone hung up on him. As a result, he filed a compensation lawsuit for $250. In this case, the company Novacell is represented by attorney Ellen. I had owned the phone for less than 3 months. I always charged the device with its original adapter, strictly following the instructions. The day while the phone was plugged in, it exploded. Okay. My flames suddenly in my face. I didn't even understand what was happening. Furniture in my home was damaged. It became unusable. When I called the authorized service, they did not accept authorized service. I did not accept the fin. Okay. Novacell is the brand with international quality certifications. Our products undergo hundreds of stress tests. The plaintiff's claims are unfounded. Such explosions usually occur when users use third-party chargers or damage the battery. Novacell says you are at fault. What do you say of that? I think this is an attempt to evade responsibility. They neither conducted an inspection nor provided me with technical support without even listening to the incident. They blamed me and closed the case. Yes, they did. Okay. In the plaintiff's statement, it is claimed that you did not take him seriously. Is that true? Absolutely not, Your Honor. We are a company that prioritizes customer satisfaction. However, we believe the incident resulted from usage contrary to the device normal operation. There are many people who try to exploit companies in this way. They should not be. Okay. So, there is no digital evidence. So let's see. That is the conversation between him and the company. It exploded. battery. And he just wants money. So it was decided that George Foss would be found in right and that $250 in compensation paid by Novacell. It was decided that George Foss was in wrong and no payment was required. It decided that George Foss was justified but would receive only a refund of the money. Now he getting that $250. All right, let's see how we do. 4. No, 3 and 4. Oh, I can't even read. All right, so here's my wife, Lucindy, my son Zion, my daughter Kanaya, and our cat Brownie. We got a lamp, nice picture. Let's go to bed. Week 5, case 3. All right, you know your boy an expert in this one. Boom, 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 boom. That way, boom, boom, up. We got to turn that. There we go. And again, 2 roses found on the bodies. The strangulation rope found on the bodies, found to be the murder weapon. We have John Martino, 39, criminal record. Yes, he's in his right mind. It was noticed that Jared and Marcus, who shared the same cell, were lying motionless. Upon examination by the medical team, it was determined that both inmates had been strangled to death using the same method. It was determined that all security cameras malfunctioned at exactly the time of the incident. A red rose was found on each of the 2 inmates. The 3rd inmate in the cell, John, was the only person alive at the time of the incident, and therefore legal proceedings have been initiated against him. I just know this. That's Marcus and Jared from the earlier case. Oh wow, the 2 guys from the cartel. Brad, I stay in the same ward with them for only 3 days. There was no argument, tension, or hostility between us. They were generally the type who lived in their own world. Aside from talking in their sleep at night, there were nothing disturbing about them. I went to sleep earlier that night as well. At one point, I thought I heard some noises, but I assumed they were having another episode of sleep talking. In this prison, someone dying or a fight breaking out at night is considered normal, so I didn't think of getting up to check. I'm here for fraud. I've never killed anyone in my life. That's what Brad said, but we got John over here, okay? That's it? Nothing more? That's what he got to say. There were 3 of you in the cell and 2 were killed using the same method. You are the only survivor. How do you explain that? Easy. Your Honor, inmates in this prison are frequently killed by unknown persons. There are even rumors that guards are involved. Did you hear the cell door open that night? The prison is noisy enough, even at night. That's why it's very hard for me to hear a door open. Now that sounds like a bunch of BS. But my question is, where did he get 2 roses from? Right? And another question is, where did he get the strangulation tool? Because if you recall, it was made out of metal, apparently. So there's no digital evidence. You know, maybe it is, maybe it ain't, but just think about it. He is innocent. Just think about it. Use your brains. Use your brains. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, you did good this week. 1,000 is my new pay. All right, we got 3 and we got 5. So we're doing good. We're doing good. So as always, payday. Give me my money. Oh, 500. Give me my money. Yay! Yay! Take that. right. So we go home. Oh, justice has been served. I got support. Absolutely, the country needs such honest judges. Right thing. Bravo. Okay. The case ended well. Oh, Twitter. Oh boy, what you want now? Your daughter wants a smartphone for her birthday from you as a birthday gift. No, not at all. Not at all. You look about 8, 9, 10, maybe 11. Nah, you don't need no smartphone. I'm going to be week 6, case 1. Evidence: a tenancy agreement by John Eastwood and Isabella Sierra. Okay. The landlord John Eastwood's request for evident eviction debt collection against his tenant Isabella due to long-term non-payment of rent. Legal action has been initiated by the landlord John against the tenant Isabella for failing to pay rent for nearly 4 months. The landlord Eastwood states that the tenant violated the lease agreement, that delay became persistent, and that the warnings were ignored. The landlord is demanding that the tenant vacate the property and also pay the accumulated debts along with late fees. Sound legit? My tenant hasn't paid a single penny for 3 months. I warned them repeatedly, and every time they stalled with next week, the week after. On top of that, they constantly bring in large groups of guests and turn the building upside down. I brought the downstairs neighbor as a witness. He's been the most sensitive person about noise for years. I fully agree with what Mr. Eastwood said, the witness states. I informed my landlord that I could not pay the rent for some time. My workplace closed and I suddenly became unemployed. This is not by choice. I told him that I would pay off my debt as soon as my unemployment benefits are processed, but he is trying to evict me. Additionally, the claim that you are making noise is completely false. My downstairs neighbor is a deaf war veteran. He repeats what Eastwood says like a parrot. Okay, but you ain't paying no bills. Mr. Eastwood is Thomas Burden, who was called as a witness, your tenant. Yes, Your Honor. I don't understand what this has to do with the case. Mr. Burden, is it that your upstairs neighbor made enough noise to disturb you? What? Where are you heading? Oh, yes. Forward. Move. Forward. March. Run forward, soldier. Play the attack march. Achoo! Mr. Burden, can you hear me? I completely agree with what Mr. Eastwood has said. Sierra, why would your landlord be trying to evict you? Because once he has me evicted, he can raise the rent and rent the place out to someone else again. Since he currently has a contract with me, he cannot increase the rent. When I lost my job, he used this against me. Maybe with all that being said, you still haven't paid your rent in 3 months. I decided that Isabella must vacate. It was decided that the tenant Isabella could stay in the house until her contract expired and the rent will be deferred. Nah, no, you got to pay up. You got to pay where you lay. Pay where you lay. That's 3 and 5 good choices this week. Good choices. All right. Y'all know the fam. Off the bed. My health is down. Let's go outside and see if we can help out a little bit. See if we can get that up. All right. Let's get a whiskey for, I think this is 15. Okay. That should carry me up to 90. All right. Bedtime. Bill passed. Immigrants who commit crimes will now be deported. All right, we got ICE working in here. Week 6, case 2. Okay, let me knock this out real quick. And you know your boy fast with the button mashing. All right, not that fast, but I get the job done. So, all right, click it now. My daggone mouse don't want to work. Warm up. There we go. Let's check this out. 224 speed measurement and the license plate 95KX33. That was in the trunk of the vehicle. Okay, let's do this. We have Clifton Witt, 27, criminal record, yes, in his right mind, and he's from here. Participating in street racing, violation of traffic safety and rules. On Saturday night, traffic police patrolling Redmont Road outside the city heard engine noises much louder than usual, and upon arriving at the area, observed multiple vehicles engaging in illegal street racing. Vehicles that failed to comply with the police order to stop sped away, prompting a pursuit. Okay, so you ran, huh? During the chase, the driver of the dark gray sports car lost control while taking a turn and crashed into the roadside, causing damage to the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle, Clifton Witt, was detained after a health check. I had no intention of participating in the race that night. I went outside the city to test my car. While driving, I saw several vehicles speed past me. I realized they were racing, but I had no connection to them. When I saw the police lights, I sped up out of fear. That may have been a mistake, but it doesn't mean I was racing. Sound like you're racing to me. Sound like a duck. Look like a duck. It's a duck. Police records show that you was going 224 kilometers an hour. Can you tell me why? Your Honor. At that moment, I was in complete panic. Okay. Have you ever participated in street racing in the past? Yes, Your Honor. But this time it was just a misunderstanding. Really? Is it a coincidence that your vehicle license plate was removed? I left my vehicle at the service center for wrapping. They took it off. You gotta answer for everything, don't you, my boy? Okay, 224 license plate. Everything is good. You got a criminal record, so that makes it aggravated. Okay. I got an answer for you too. Hold on one second. It is. Hold on one second. Let me find it. Participating in street racing violation. Okay. Let's see. Traffic violation of traffic and safety rules. 2 years, 22.5. Street racing. 2 years and 15. So that's 37.5 and 4 years. Okay. So I say you are guilty. So let's put. Hold 1 second. My keyboard went dead on me. Let me plug it in real quick. All right. So 4 years and fines of 37.5. That's it. So this week we got, or this case is 3 and 3. Your boy got that good gene. Okay. As a family, we're gonna go outside to the bar. Just get just notice that was a negative. Now I'm down to 80. Oh, let me see. I didn't even catch that. It is. It's red this time. So that's -15, -10, and -5. So I guess it changes by the day or something. Okay. All right. Let's go to bed. Week 6, case 3. What do we have here? There is one digital evidence. Let's see what it is. Camera. And facial recognition. Face recognize. So it is you. So why are we here? Okay, he has no criminal record. He is not of this nation, and he is in his right mind. In an incident that occurred last week in the late afternoon on Rowley Street, the victim, Marissa Clayton, panicked after her phone was snatched from her hand while walking home. She sought refuge in a nearby cafe and called the police from there. The cops reviewed the cameras from nearby businesses and identified the suspect, Julian. Hale was caught at the entrance of an apartment in the River Bend. When I got off work, it was getting dark. I use Rowley Street every day. It is busy. It is a busy street, and I feel safe there. That day, I had headphones on, so it took me a few seconds to realize what was happening. Suddenly, someone bumped into my shoulder, and at that same time, yanked my phone out of my hand, then ran away. I was shocked. I thought about chasing them, but I was scared. Julian said I didn't want to hurt anyone. Recently, my life completely fell apart. I lost my job, and my landlord was at my door over the rent. My head was buzzing. As I was walking down the street, there was a woman in front of me holding her phone in her hand. It was an impulse. The only thing I was thinking at that moment was if I sell this, I can get through the rent day. Right. Do you know the victim? No, Your Honor. I saw her for the first time that day. What I did was completely unplanned. Were you aware of the consequences for your actions? Of course I knew. But at that moment, I was under too much pressure to think clearly. That doesn't justify what I did. Whatever punishment you give, I deserve it. Yes, you do. Well, at least you're taking accountability. But with this new law that we have, it's everyone who isn't of nationality is deported. So my boy, back home you go. I guess that is bad, but this week I get $1,200 for all my good decisions. In this case, is it another one? 4 and 7. Good cases. So how much will I be bringing home this week? 700. All right. That's what's up. So you know my scene. Money. Yay, all right, let's go home. Oh Lord, what you want now, woman? So your wife want a car. A weekly payment of $1,000 will be a total of 15 weeks of payment. Once accepted, the first installment is paid right away. Your sanity will drop severely if you don't accept this. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to say yes. So I guess immediately they took money out of my account. Yep, I'm at 620. Let's start a new day. Bomb attack on Parliament. The cartel carried out a bomb attack on the Parliament building. 19 civilians lost their lives and 2 members of Parliament were injured. The cartel leader has been captured. After the attack, law of execution was accepted. Those who are on trial for terrorism and other severe crimes will be executed. Oh man, now we getting into it. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. What we got here? There's one digital evidence in this case. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's more than one. We are waiting into the parliament at the most crowded time. Bring the building down. But that would be suicide. Do not question my orders. The orders will be carried out, sir. Dang. That's how they do it? No questions asked? Hey, suicide. It's a suicide. Suicide. Okay. And a photo of the cartel leader drawn by confessing cartel members. So they actually drew you. Had your boy drawn out. Ain't no confusion about who the leader is. Yep, that's him. We got Armando Bloom, 55 mil. Yes. Everything's good, even the criminal record. Terrorism, taking part of organized criminal activities. In last week's parliamentary attack, it was determined that all 5 attackers who detonated themselves at the crime scene were members of the cartel. Okay. Some of the captured members turned informant and identified Bloom as the coordinated and instigator of the attack. Armando was taken into custody. Okay, Bloom, we are sitting here today. The only reason is that the state corrupt system. We had weapons in our hands, they had power in theirs. Yes, I gave the order for that attack because they slaughtered Jared and Marcus in prison, you remember? Before they had those 2 that got killed. The state and its leash dogs, the mafia, betrayed us. They sent my 2 best men to the grave right before our eyes. There was bound to be a price for that. That's it. That's all he had to say. All right, let's ask. Are you regretful for your actions? The only regret is not being able to make you all suffer more. When you mention the mafia in your statement, who exactly are you referring to? Being in this position today doesn't make you safe. They will surely threaten you. They will surely test you too. Who knows? Maybe they already have. Not me, my boy. I'm strictly gonna be a good guy. So with the new judgment, execution is it. Just think of the power in your hands. Could you send them to jail for life? Yes, but the new law is execution, so death to you, my boy. We got 4 and we got 6. Okay. Say hi to the family and good night. All right, let's see what we got. Isaac North filing of compensation lawsuit against Helen Price, who is alleged to have caused his motorcycle accident in traffic. The plaintiff, Isaac, claims that while riding his motorcycle, he was forced into the barriers due to a sudden weaving of the defendant's Price vehicle into his lane, losing control and causing a serious accident. North state that he remained in a coma for 12 days as a result of the accident. He is seeking $500,000 in compensation due to the physical injuries and psychological trauma caused by the accident. I was driving at a normal speed and wanted to overtake the car in front of me at a safe distance. Just as I got next to it, the car suddenly swerved to the side. I got stuck between the barriers and the car. The engine lost control and I remember flipping over. The rest is completely black. When I woke up, 12 days had passed. What frustrates me is the most is the woman didn't even stop to look after knocking me down. Helen, that day I found out my father was taken to intensive care. He was undergoing tuberculosis treatment and his condition had worsened. My mind was only focused on getting to the hospital. I was in my lane. I didn't feel any impact. If I had noticed that it was an accident, I would have helped without a second thought. The fact that the motorcyclist lost balance after entering my lane is not my negligence. That he never said he entered your lane. Stop playing. North, do you admit that you entered the other party's lane during the overtaking? You have to once you pass him. Your Honor, I think before overtaking, it was almost impossible for him not to see me. Yet, he gradually weaved to the left. Moreover, while I was fighting for my life at that moment of the incident, the other party did not stop at all. Price, is highly unlikely that you did not notice the motorcycle falling at the moment of the incident. Your Honor, at that moment, I was solely thinking about my father's health condition. The car windows were closed, and I was acting under a sense of not paying the damn attention. Okay, let's see what we got. It was decided that $500 compensation be paid to Isaac. It was decided that there were no pay compensation to Isaac. Oh no, he getting paid. Definitely getting paid. She was not paying attention. She was focused only on herself. She was zoned out. So what we get? 4. That's good. That's good. And 5. That is good. All right. Got 620 in our bank. I say, should we go to the bar? Let's see what we got. See. Now whiskey is 15. Let's get that. Let's get out. Let's get a bump up. All right. Now it's back negative, so we go home. Now we're up at 95. That's what I'm talking about. So let's end this day. Good night, everyone, and sweet dreams. Week 7, case 3. The gauze left in the baby's stomach and revealed as a result of the autopsy. I don't know where you killed a baby. You killed a baby. We got Vornet, 54, no criminal record. He is in his right mind in this nation. Colonel Mohove urgently took his 2-year-old baby to the hospital at night due to severe discomfort. An X-ray examination revealed a foreign object in the baby's stomach. The baby doctor, Fournette, stated that the object had to be removed urgently through surgery. Voluntary manslaughter is the charge. Fournette, the surgeon responsible for the operation, informed the family that the surgery had gone smoothly and that the baby's condition was good. However, after the baby was discharged, the baby's condition deteriorated severely and passed away the following day while being rushed to the hospital. The autopsy revealed that the gauze left inside the baby's stomach during surgery, and the cause of death was recorded as this: negligence. Following this, Colonel Mohave filed a complaint against the surgeon. Our 2-year-old baby had a high fever late at night and was vomiting continuously, and so we rushed him to the hospital. After tests, we were told the surgery was necessary. Fournette reassured us by saying the surgery went well. However, after being discharged, our baby's condition suddenly worsened. I was devastated when I learned from the autopsy results that a gauze was left in my baby's stomach. The doctor took my baby from me. Because of his negligence, my baby died. I am deeply saddened by the incident. On the day of the operation, I was under intense emotional pressure. I thought I was performing the operation carefully, but I must have missed the gauze during the check. I accept responsibility for this mistake and apologize to the family. So, don't you got insurance for this exact reason? Can you summarize what happened? Okay. I had fought with my family that day, my mind was still there, and I wasn't mentally well. When they called me for the surgery, I said I couldn't, but they told me there were no available surgeon in the hospital. The baby needed urgent intervention. I am very sorry. You accept the punishment. Okay. Well, y'all should have went ahead on to settle this out of court. I had insurance come and settle this, and I didn't need to be here. But since I am, voluntary manslaughter carries 4 years in jail. But the family doesn't get any money? Okay. I guess that's a criminal side. I guess they're going to come back later and sue them for compensation for losing their child. A wrongful death lawsuit for about 10 million. That sounds about right, about 10 million. So let's see. Again, 4 years. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to send you to the big house, my boy. 4 years. All right. Well, I did great this week, and my earnings is 1,400. So let's see about this one. 4 and 5. So that's easy money. You pay the negative fee reflected in your balance from your wallet. Oh man. I ain't got no money. Oh Lord. So it's 1,000. Okay. Let's get a loan. Let's see about the loan. Let's see how much. We got 1,000 all the way up to 10,000. I'm gonna take 3. I'll have to pay back 36. I think I'm getting myself in a little trap here, but I'm gonna leave that in the bank, and I'm gonna keep that in my pocket. Right. Okay. So getting major support for that last case. Absolutely support to decision. All right. So your boy doing good. So what I want to say is I want to thank each and every one of you for checking me out this week. I really appreciate it. If I see some likes, some views on the video, I would definitely drop another one. This game is very interesting. It seems to be getting a little bit more juicier. So with all that being said, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for checking out my channel. And until next time, take care of yourself. Peace.